Judy Wood. How much do you know about Judy Wood?
I've never met the woman. I know a lot about directed energy. I was the first person to hold a congressional hearing on EMP based on, as you know, and your viewers can Google the term starfish prime. That was the first EMP test. If you had Peter Pry on, I know he talked about that. Peter worked for me. When I wrote the EMP legislation, which became law, it created the commission. Peter was the executive director of the commission. EMP is our gravest threat right now because it can neutralize a country by taking out your smart capabilities. But from that, weapons were developed using directed energy. And that's the major thrust to me today. And what Judith Wood says is that those buildings weren't taken down through airplanes or bombs. They were taken down through a massive directed energy attack.
Who do you believe more, her or Richard Gage? Who do you give more credit?
Well, first of all, the architects in it, I don't compare either one of the two because I'm not a professional in that area. I think they both are credible people. Richard Gage and the 3,000 architects and engineers have risked their entire lives and careers talking about the lies of the NIST and the false report that was put out there. And I can give you a story about NIST that'll blow your viewers away, but I won't bother you if you don't want to hear it. But
I want to stay on Judy Wood here because Judy Wood, interesting background. She got a degree in civil engineering, got a master's degree in engineering mechanics and applied physics, and a PhD in material engineering science. She's not politically involved. She could care less about the politics side. It's not something that she talks about. But her theory, several observations she claims cannot be explained by official narrative. One, lack of significant debris. She talks about how the debris pile after the collapse was much smaller than expected for buildings as large as the World Trade Center Tower. She suggests that much of the material was vaporized or dustified by DEW, leaving little rubble behind. That's one. Two, toasted cars. She points to reports and images of cars near the World Trade Center that were severely damaged or toasted in unusual ways, burned or melted without clear signs of typical fire or explosion damage. Wood interprets this as evidence of selective energy defects from a DEW. Absence of expected seismic impact. Wood claims that seismic data recorded during the collapse doesn't match that would be expected from a traditional building collapse. She argues that the DEW attack would produce less ground vibration than a conventional demolition. And then the Hurricane Erin connection, which is kind of weird. On 9/11, there was a hurricane. Most people don't know this. There was Hurricane Erin, was present in the Atlantic Ocean. Rob, I don't know if you've seen the picture of the Hurricane Erin, how close it gets and what direction it just goes. If you've ever seen this, Wood suggests a speculative link proposing that the storm's energy might have been harnessed or connected to the DEW technology used in the attack. It starts and just kind of goes and disappears to the other side. Now, obviously, these are, to the average person, crazy claims. What do you think about what she says there? Any credibility there?
I think we need this. We need to have a presidential commission.
Right.
Get Richard Gage, who's done a lifetime of work, Judith Wood, the firefighters, the lawyers, all of the people. We have firefighters who've never been interviewed who heard explosions in the buildings. All of those people need to come together because the 9/11 Commission, listen carefully, is a complete fraud. I don't blame the commissioners. I blame the people who manipulated the data, the people who ran it.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.